Abstracts on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I'm your host, Abby Harris. I do this each and every day. I know I've been missing a few days, but as long as you're tapped in and signed in, then you should have all the information, especially if you're being a part of Web3 Network. On that note, today is going to be one of those fast days. Crypto prices today, April 26th. Inflation spikes, Bitcoin cool. Here are the top 5 gainers. Bonk, 12 up to 12%. Wormhole up 12%. Near Protocol up 7%. Pepe Coin up 5%. And Floki 4.7%. There are a lot of things that's happening in our space that some of this information I'm going to bring you. Like, this is exciting information to me that Stripe is now getting ready to accept crypto payments via USDC stablecoin that is on Solana. So that is a good thing, especially for all those who have e-commerce sites or some type of e-commerce sites that wants to do some type of transactions with crypto but doesn't understand or don't want to build the whole thing, want more of a plug and play type of a situation. Moving on into our world. Well, y'all know that the halving has came April 20th, which was last Saturday, and it's a week later. Not technically a full week, but we're one day away from the weekend. We are at 64,000, and we've been moving sideways in this little space for a little while. I don't know if you personally are accepting or you personally are gathering your acorns and doing your due diligence. When I pull up these prices and stuff on my show, it is not to give you any type of financial advice or what you should do. It's just me stating of what is going on, and there are maybe ways and opportunities that you can take full advantage of some of these opportunities. You know, when they always say when the price goes down, that means that there is a sale. Now, speaking of that, we're going to check out what my favorite my favorite Twitter buddy is talking about. Let's check them out.
Box here on the lower side, I am going to be opening up more than $1 million worth of Bitcoin buy orders around this level. And in yesterday's video, I exactly explained about why I'm planning to do so and why I also do clearly believe that if Bitcoin were to be creating another leg down, it's only going to be a greater and bigger opportunity at the end of the day here. So I am quite bullish on Bitcoin, whether we're going to be breaking lower or not. I think we're ultimately going to be sitting higher for Bitcoin. So if I'm going to be talking about what I said in the intro, Bitcoin is going to be having a massive crash towards the downside. It is, of course, an inverted chart, and it's just to show you and indicate you that indeed this retest, which we are currently getting, is a beautiful retest for that next leg downwards, or of course, if I just reinvert the chart again here back to normal, another break towards the upside. So Bitcoin, its chart is just looking extremely bullish right now here. I don't believe that there is any reason to be getting worried about the Bitcoin price action right now on the imminent short term, or especially on the longer term, because this Bitcoin weekly retest is, in my opinion, just looking enormously bullish. And yes, the point where Bitcoin indeed is going to see that next rejection or that next move towards the upside, of course, if the chart is just normal, we are just going to be moving in a very rapid pace, just like we did in the previous bull markets. And so far, we've not seen it yet. And always once Bitcoin breaks above these levels, it tends to be moving very quickly, just like we've always done in history. And so far,
History repeats itself. It's all about paying attention and taking opportunity as it presents itself.
We have not seen that move yet here. And all we're seeing right now is just some calm before the storm, before Bitcoin is absolutely going to be breaking out here. And also, I discussed it in previous videos, we're actually seeing full moon. And it sounds quite silly, but historically speaking, for the last 5 times we got full moon, Bitcoin bumped significantly towards the upside every single time. So why won't it happen this time around once again? Full moon is flashing, and usually once full moon flashes, we tend to see the Bitcoin price action just going once again even more exponential towards the upside. Also, if I'm looking right now at the imminent short term on Bitcoin, all we want to be seeing right now on the daily time frame is also to see Bitcoin break above the daily RSI downtrend. And the moment we do break above the daily RSI downtrend is going to be probably the point also where the next real leg is going to start moving. So right now we've still not seen Bitcoin breaking above the daily RSI downtrend, but the moment we do break above that level is going to be the point where Bitcoin is most likely going to be moving the most exponential. So keep your eyes wide open on this level, because whenever we do break above this level, I'm expecting that the next big move is going to be happening. And I mean, we're looking at all kinds of consolidation phases of the Bitcoin price action.
The only thing I want to say to you guys is that the analytics that we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, if you've been paying attention to the show, has been spot on. Everything has been spot on. So I hope you've been taking full advantage of what's going on. Moving on. Secure a strong crypto portfolio with these currencies. So I've been talking about Blast Up. I've been talking about Near. That's 2. I've been talking about crypto dips, Solana. Listen, guys, I've been talking about everything that has been going on. I don't know if you have these in your portfolio. I don't know if you've been doing your due diligence, but I've been talking about it. Moving on. Stripe opens up crypto payment with USD focus. Stripe re-enters the crypto market, enabling stablecoin transactions for merchants. This is very, very, very important for the e-commerce sector. Why is it important? Because this shows adaptability, okay? That means that you can take crypto payments with your business. How cool and awesome is that? Especially with a service that's already integrated with 90% of all internet payments. You could go PayPal, you can go Stripe. It works all over the place. It works Shopify, everywhere. So this is a good announcement. I'm looking for more and more adaptable conversations, adaptable companies that's going to make this thing go parabolic. The adaption is real, y'all. Moving on. AZ16, why crypto startups should avoid token sales in the US. I'm going to tell you a great reason why. There are 3 letters why crypto startups should avoid public token sales in the US. And those 3 letters are SEC. Look. Tension with the SEC strategic guidelines for token launch. So, you know what? I am going to drop this inside of my Telegram group because people are always building in my space. I have a lot of builders in there, devs, all types of stuff. So we're going to go through this list of the reason why, other than the 3 words, we're going to break it down a little bit more. Avoid public sales in the U.S. Things have changed a lot since the ICO boom 2017, with SEC applying how we test. Shout out to Pablo. To determine whether transactions qualify as security offerings, this has made ICO a rare sight, replacing by other forms of token utilities that do not necessarily involve investment or money or reliance on the efforts of others. 2, embrace decentralization. From the outset, projects should strive for decentralized to sidestep the regulation hurdles. So, in layman terms, if you have a friend that's in Europe, or you have a friend that's in Africa, or you have a friend in China, or you have a friend anywhere outside of the United States, this is the best way to build your decentralized network. That's what I'm going to say, right? I'm going to start right there. You don't have to license your company in the United States. You can go to the Marshall Islands. You can go to Europe. There's many places that acknowledges Web3 and crypto as a business, that you can actually start your company abroad, do all your functions, transactions abroad, but as soon as you bring it back to the States, they're going to have you pay taxes, so you got to be very, very careful. Number 3, careful communication is critical. How a project communicates is about its token can significantly affect the regulatory treatment. Promise of profits and central team-driven developments can attract SEC scrutiny under the Howey test. Now, I remember, what is the name of this thing? Because somebody was trying to sell me it for months, and I kept telling this person that it is a scam. But the way it worked was you put your money in, right? And they give you 3 times your money back, right? So I put $1 in, they give me $3 back. Well, that's 2 times. They give me $4 back, right? And they was running this scheme, which turned out to be a Ponzi scheme, because just like it says, you cannot tell people, if you're not a licensed Series 7, or you don't have a license to do any type of transactions via the SEC, because a lot of this stuff is laws. You just can't come out and say, oh, I want to be a trader. Or I'm going to create this instrument that is an investment tool, and you just out here giving it to the world. There are checks and balances behind this stuff. There are rules, regulations behind this stuff. Anybody just can't do it, even though the tech allows people to do it, but anybody can't do it. Number 4, manage secondary market risk. Engage with secondary markets to ensure liquidity without attracting regulatory penalties is a dedicated balance. The SEC has penalized projects for premature listing, market-making efforts to imply a formal token offering. Once again, it falls back into that line, right? Because you got to have some type of licenses or something. Number 5, enforce token lockup. Imposing at least 1 year lockup for tokens issued to insiders and affiliates is crucial. It helps prevent legal challenges and support long-term project stability by reducing market pressure and demonstrating commitment to the project's future. You know, this is very, very important. Let me tell you why. I know a situation to where they were trying to use the community's fund as liquidity, and they was going to make a run for it. But what ended up happening is, right? So let me just give it to you like this. You got 10 people that invest $1,000. So that's $10,000, right? Now, 2 of those people out of the 10 decide, you know what? As they put their money in, they see that the money goes up in value, right? The 10,000 goes up in value, but 2 people decide to sell their tokens. So what ends up happening is, I don't know if anybody has ever seen how an ICO launch, and it launches and it shoots way up, and then all of a sudden it just crashes. That's because those 2 people or 3 people pulled all the liquidity out, and they left you holding the tokens, and the tokens doesn't have any value. And all of a sudden, now the company is gone. That is a technical rug pull, right? And there's a lot of companies that are just doing all types of stuff. So you have to be very careful on what you do, whatever DAOs that you be a part of. Make sure that the people are straight up and down, right? Because there's a lot of shenanigans that goes on. But with tokens, once people start seeing, they get greed in their eyes. Oh, I'm investing token to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. But the developers or the coders have an interior motive that is when this money goes up, they're going to pull it. And we're going to discuss that a little furthermore. Moving on. Nvidia-backed AI startup releases avatar that expresses human emotions. You already know how I'm feeling about these AI. There's a yin and a yang. There's a good and a bad. There are good apples and there are bad apples. It depends on where you're going with these apples. But I don't understand. Oh, you know what's so funny? So that means that this company is going to soar. I created my own with synthesis. This is synthesis. They connected with Nvidia, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I created a whole thing with this, right? It was a whole comedy skit. So, not only that, this is inside of my Telegram group. So if you need resources to use it, then you actually can check it out. Moving on, guys, let me tell y'all something. There's a company called theFlames, right? Sorry. Excuse me, THR. There's a company called theFlames, okay? Oh, is this it right here? Okay. It's a company called theFlames. I was kept saying I don't understand the reason for a flamethrower, but I understand that as I'm looking at this, right? They burn weeds and all of this farming and all of this, but what's happening now is they're now selling a robot dog, right? Here you go, right here. The robot dog, which is a flamethrower, for under $10,000. I want to show y'all the video. Let's go to the video. Let's do that. Here's the video. Let me see. Can I? Let's go to the video. They might flag me for this music. So the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna gas it up. Okay. Imagine somebody. Look at this. First of all, let's start with this. First of all, imagine you walking around somewhere and you see this device walking up on you with this thing on the back. Look at this. I don't know if y'all got a chance to see Black Mirror, but this is scary. That looks like a machine gun turret. Look at this, got lights. This is very uncomfortable. Roaming around your house, roaming around your business, just roaming. This is the things that I dislike about robotics, because this is very, very scary to me, right? Who's controlling this? The AI robot is controlling this, or you on the joystick controlling it? Who is controlling this? Where's this data going? Who says that they cannot use this in a terroristic way, in a terroristic manner? All right? Imagine you just stand there and this thing's just shooting fire at you in front of your house. Some people are going to say, oh, that's cool. I don't think it's cool. I think that this is scary. This is the most scariest thing I said. This is not a movie. Look, the thing is even on fire. And it's jumping. Oh my God. Yeah. How are we going to fight as regular citizens or human beings against these robotics? Please tell me. I've been talking about this for months. This thing run up on you and start shooting fire and shooting flames and stuff. What do you do in a situation like that? Because I don't know how far the flame of this fire goes. I have no idea how far this flame goes. You can't be running that fast. Moving on. Robotics, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm not feeling the robotics thing at all, whatsoever. And y'all want to know something? I really wanted one of these. Me and my boy Dre was talking about it all the time. Like, yeah, my dog tracks had passed, and I'm like, I'm gonna get me a robotic dog, so I don't got to deal with the emotions. He would never die in real life. But this is something that I don't want to be a part of. I'm not feeling. Moving on. California college cancels graduation ceremony as protesters over Israel war in Gaza continues. I feel for the students that are not allowed to graduate. Hopefully they can have some type of private ceremony, because you really work your butt off to get your degree, and just to have the accomplishments to walk across the stage is very important to certain people. and it's disrupted by the war. This is an unfortunate situation, but I've been noticing, or if you've not been paying attention, this has been going all across all the colleges, and it's very, very uncomfortable, and it's starting to spill over into our world. War is not good for anybody. Look at this. You got to be going to school. First of all, you're paying big money to go to college, and then you got to go to college, and you got to have security, Secret Service, and all this. This is scary. And I understand that people have their own opinions, but there's certain things for certain places. This is my personal opinion. Moving on. Drake, AI, Tupac track going from rapper Instagram to legal row. I don't know if anybody got a chance to listen to that Drake disc called 50 Push-Ups, I believe it's called, where he's going after all the other rappers, but he actually used an AI sample of Tupac's verse in the disc. The AI generated lines in the track. Tupac and Snoop took aim at the Pulitzer Prize winning hip-hop artist, something that was also reported mentioned in a legal letter. Hey guys, give me your opinion, okay? Tell me, is it okay for Drake to use AI, Tupac AI, in the diss track? First of all, I'm going to be honest with you. Chris Brown killed everybody. With his verse, he killed everybody. So, Drake, you're too popular to be using AI. I don't know why you even chose to use AI voice. Like, come on, Drake. You could be very creative. I know you have like 20 people in the room writing raps with you. So you could have did way better. Moving on. Guys, I'm going to keep it light today, okay? This is Beyond the Blockchain Podcast. I will be bringing you some great interviews. I got an interview lined up for this Monday. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to surprise you who I bring on here. And on that note, see you at the same bad time, same bad channel. This is Beyond the Blockchain Podcast. I'm your host, App. Peace.
App tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host,